guys, it's me, Shiwo.
And me, Yazaboy.
And me, Gigi.
Welcome back to another episode of Shiwo Science.
Today, for a Halloween edition, we'll be talking about the creatures that fly through the night and sleep upside down through daylight. Bats!
Bats are extremely unique creatures. They're the only mammals in the world that can fly.
They can catch and eat over 1,200 mosquitoes each night.
Bats use echolocation to hunt their prey.
And yet many people around the world still think of these creatures as bloodthirsty killers.
Today we will be talking about how awesome bats are, and we guarantee fun along the way.
So let's creep into the science of bats.
There are so many bats in the world that they take a quarter of all mammals.
Bats have to be so light to fly that they sometimes pee while they're drinking water. Fun fact, bat poop is called guano.
Now that's an important fact that'll help me get through daily life.
Bats have long been used in witchcraft, and bat wings and other bits have been used for remedies and medicines in the Dark Ages. Now that's just crazy. 3 of your finest bats, please.
I have these ones for sale.
They look a little bit strange, but okay.
Vine trough and swirled redwood tree. Let you use these bats for a remedy.
Oh, yeah.
Some bats actually pollinate flowers.
One bat can consume 600 bugs in an hour. That's equivalent to you having 20 pizzas for one meal.
It wouldn't hurt to try.
Most bats live for 20 times longer than other mammals their size. Common house mice, for example, live for only 2 years, while brown bats, which are about the same size, can live for 40.
Want to know some fun nicknames for bats? Some people call them flitter mice, old batters, flutterers, or bald mice. I don't know who in their right mind would call a bat old batter. Sounds awfully cheesy.
Man, all this talk about cheese and batter is making me think of the pizza.
Ooh, yum.
The term blind as a bat actually makes no sense because bats have very sharp eyesight.
Did someone say sharp?
Oh!
Oh, sorry guys.
Bats don't only live off blood. Different kinds like fruit, fish, and insects. Who knew?
Whoa, that's like so freaky. That's like such a freaky costume. Weird.
I would like to eat your fruits.
Okay, which one would you like?
The blood orange.
That will be in aisle 3 right next to the blood bananas.
Thank you.
Oh, would you like ketchup with that? No response?
Bracken Cave in Texas is one of the largest bat habitats in the world, with over 20 million bats coming there to nest every summer.
It is protected by conservation organizations so bats can live safely without the threat of mining.
Although it is not possible to go inside the cave as it would disturb the bats, Bat Conservation International does host tours so that you can see the bats coming out of the cave at night.
Here's a clip of bats emerging at Bracken Cave to hunt at night.
Now it's time for the Bat Awards.
The fastest bat. Brazilian three-tailed bats fly at speeds of over 130 kilometers per hour, something scientists previously thought wasn't possible for an animal. They zip through the night sky, catching insects in their sharp-toothed mouths.
The largest bats in the world are flying foxes. Their wingspans can be up to 1.5 meters and their diet is mainly composed of fruit. They are spread all around Asia, Australia, Africa, and multiple islands. In Australia, flying foxes sometimes carry viruses such as the Hendra virus and the Lisa virus.
Although the flying fox is globally recognized to be the biggest bat, there are legends of a huge monster deep inside the jungle island of Java called Ahul. Ahul supposedly swoop down on explorers and reach out with their clawed hands to catch them before bringing them to their caves to devour. How was that for a Halloween story?
Oh, there's so many creepy creatures over here.
I hope we don't see an Ahul.
The smallest bat. The bumblebee bat, also known as Kitty's hog-nosed bat, usually grows to be nothing but 29 millimeters long with a wingspan of only 150 millimeters. They are endangered, with an estimated 4,000 left, and live in Thailand.
The cutest bat. Honduran white bats give the word bat a whole different meaning. They are basically balls of snowy white fluff with wings.
They can be found in the Caribbean and parts of Central America and are only 47 millimeters long.
They live in small groups of up to 6 and chew on the stems of jungle plant leaves to make little dents which protect them from rain and predators.
The ugliest bat. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, there lurks a terrifying creature, the visored bat, a horrific wrinkly bat with big teeth. As if there was a need for more creepy creatures in a rainforest with giant tarantulas, green anacondas, and flesh-eating piranhas that can skeletonize a cow in a matter of minutes.
Although visored bats look terrifying, they're actually frugivores, meaning they only feed on fruits and fruit juices. That's a healthy bat.
The scariest bat. The scariest bat would have to be the infamous vampire bat, in all its long-toothed, blood-sucking glory. Or should I say gory? Ha! These stealthy creatures of the night suck blood from animals for over 30 minutes without even being noticed.
They are like shadows, silently flying across the night sky, looking for unsuspecting prey. Vampire bats actually use heat-sensing techniques to find animals' veins, and then they make small punctures with their teeth before lapping up the blood. They have chemicals in their saliva that make sure the blood doesn't start to clot.
Usually vampire bats don't suck human blood, but who knows, on Halloween night, anything is possible.
That's freaky. Like, it's freaky, but freaky. A freaky say is freaky or
Okay.
freaky.
Now, time for some funny bat videos.
Wait, funny bat videos? I've never heard of that. Forget funny cat videos, funny bat videos are the new trend.
What have I been missing my whole life?
What?
Many species of bats are endangered, and it is our job to save them by spreading awareness.
Diseases and climate change are slowly killing bats, as well as dangers in an urban setting such as swimming pool filters and cars.
If you find a bat that is injured, never touch it. It may carry diseases such as rabies. Instead, enlist help from a grown-up or official.
Many people don't know how amazing bats actually are and don't appreciate their roles in the ecosystem.
Without bats, insect populations would rise immensely, triggering a huge loss of crops. Estimates suggest that this farmland loss would cost $273 billion worldwide.
The lack of crops would make fresh food prices rise, making more and more people eat processed food, further increasing obesity rates.
Also, even more money would have to be spent on pesticides because of the increased insect population, releasing pollutants and chemicals into the air.
In conclusion, bats are a vital, unique, and important part of our ecosystem, and we should protect them and their habitats.
Make sure to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on for another Shiwo Science episode.
See you next time!
Bye!